Every AI video tool hands you 4 seconds, maybe 5, so you generate a clip, then another clip, then another, and by the third one, your character's face has quietly changed. The jacket's a different shade, the light moved. You spend the next hour cutting around your own tool's limitation. Today, I'm building a 30-second continuous shot. One generation. No cuts, same face, same wardrobe, same light, start to finish. And I'm going to control exactly what happens at second 6, second 14, and second 22. That's Seedance 2.5. It just went live on Pippit, and we're starting right now. Open Pippit and go into the video generation workspace. In the model dropdown, select Seedance 2.5. Check that it says 2.5 and not 2.0. The difference between those two is the entire reason this workflow exists. Now set your duration. Before you write anything, drag it to 30 seconds. Most people skip this and wonder why they got a short clip. Set the length first, because the model plans the whole shot around it. Aspect ratio? I'm going 16:9 for this one. Resolution? Push it to the highest option available to you. Here's my prompt, and I'll explain why it's written this way. A lone archivist walks down a flooded library corridor. Water up to her ankles, shafts of afternoon light falling through a broken skylight. She wears a heavy olive coat, hair tied back. Camera follows behind at shoulder height, then drifts wide as she stops at a submerged reading desk. Dust hanging in the air, muted teal and amber palette. 35 millimeters anamorphic, shallow depth of field. Notice what I did with the wardrobe. Heavy olive coat, hair tied back. That's not decoration, that's an anchor. Over 30 seconds, the model has a lot of frames to drift across, and specific wardrobe detail gives it something concrete to hold on to. Vague prompts drift. Specific prompts stay locked. Same reason I named the lens and the palette. 35 millimeters anamorphic, muted teal, and amber tells the model what the whole shot should look like, not just the first second of it. And the sequence? Those aren't filler words. Those are pacing cues. Seedance 2.5 reads that structure and spaces the actions across your 30 seconds. You're directing the shot through the prompt itself, not hoping the model figures it out. Now, hit generate. 30-second renders take longer than a 4-second clip. This is going to run for a few minutes. Real time, no rush. While it works, let me tell you what I'm going to watch for when it comes back. And I'd suggest you watch for the same things.
In the quiet between the waves, stories wait, submerged but not silent. Each page, a memory. Each chapter, a world clinging to the edge of oblivion.
Let me tell you what I'm going to watch for when it comes back, and I'd suggest you watch for the same things. First, the water. Reflections and displacement are where AI video usually falls apart, because the surface has to react to her movement frame by frame. Second, her face at second 1 versus second 29. That's the consistency test. Third, whether the camera moves land on the beats I set or somewhere near them. Okay, it's back. Watch the follow shot at the start. The water displacement is reacting to each footstep, and the ripples carry outward instead of resetting every few frames. That's the rendering upgrade in 2.5 doing real work. The camera drift at 6 seconds is on time. The rise is a touch faster than I wanted, but the timing is right. Now the important one. Pause at the opening frame and pause again near the end. Same face, same olive coat, same hair. Nothing has drifted. If you've ever stitched together 7 4-second clips, you know exactly how rare that is. By clip 4, you're normally in a different film. One problem though, the warm light shift I mapped to 14 seconds is arriving around 11. It's early, and it steps on the moment she reaches for the book. This is where the timeline earns its place. Go back into the panel, click the third keyframe, and push the light shift start to 16 seconds. Add one line to that keyframe. Warm light builds gradually as she lifts the book, not before. Regenerate that segment only. You're not throwing away the 22 seconds that already worked. Old workflow, a single bad beat cost you the entire generation and you started over. Second version, and now the light builds as she lifts it. The beat lands where I wanted it. Quick one that saves a lot of time. Open the inspiration panel inside Pippit. There are around 50 multimodal reference examples in there, and they're not just images to look at. You can pull one in as a style anchor for your generation. If I want this flooded library to feel colder and more clinical, I select a reference with that grade, attach it to the generation, and Seedance 2.5 matches the look instead of me trying to describe it in words. Way faster than writing 3 more paragraphs of prompt. Last one, and if you work in 3D, this is the one to stay for. Take a raw white model, a clay render. No textures, no materials, just gray geometry. Export a still of it. In Pippit, open a new Seedance 2.5 generation and upload that white model image as your input. My prompt: photoreal product render of this form, brushed aluminum body with a matte charcoal base. Studio lighting from the upper left, slow orbital camera move around the object. Soft fall-off shadow on a seamless gray backdrop. Generate. What comes back is a fully rendered cinematic video of geometry that had no materials on it at all. You skipped texturing, you skipped lighting setup, you skipped render time. Watch how the aluminum reads as the camera orbits. The highlight travels across the surface correctly instead of sitting flat. That's the part that used to take a real lighting rig. 30 seconds, 1 generation, controlled to the second, plus a 3D render workflow that skips half a pipeline. Links in the description. Go make one 30-second shot today and tell me in the comments what you built.